I've always disliked the term a Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's definitely not a Lifetime Achievement Award, the Estelle Klein Award. It's a celebration of a point in someone's life where their time has come together for the OCFF to recognize them. So, and Grit fulfills all of the requirements for this. He's shepherded a successful award show. He builds a guitar that is sought after around the world. His music is surprising. I was at Bill Garrett's a couple of weeks ago, and Bill said, "You got to hear this." And he played this guitar piece, this Irish guitar piece that was absolutely brilliant. And he said, "Tell me who played that." And I was guessing, you know, all kinds of people. And he said, "No, Grit Laskin played that." And it was just pristine, a beautiful guitar piece. Never entered my mind that it would be a Grit Laskin piece. So I think the fact that OCFF is celebrating him is a wonderful, timely, well chosen person. Well, one of the interesting aspects of Grit is his sense of humor. And his sense of humor is somewhat both a part of his ability to do the exacting building and a little bit interesting that here's a guy who's essentially working from an engineering kind of mind and crafting these pristine guitars and then cracking the most outrageously stupid jokes you've ever heard in your life. It reminds you of someone being the idea of a Renaissance man, where he's somewhat of a whole person. You know, he's not just a guy who can do incredible building, incredible inlay, but he's also a guy who can make a buffoon of himself as well, and you know, laugh along with everybody, and it's such a joy. Grit's inlay is breathtaking, both from a execution point of view and from a story point of view. I've talked to him at length about how he builds a story, how somebody phones up and orders a Laskin guitar and he says, "Okay, here's what I want you to do for the inlay, here's the ideas I want you to give me, and then we'll work them out." And then he draws them, and he's a phenomenal drawer. You know, his drawings are as nice as his inlay work from a different perspective. And he'll go back to the customer and say, "Okay, this is the idea that I have," and it's just an amazing process to see that inlay work go from an idea to a piece of paper to cutouts to the three-dimensional concepts that he has, both working in a three-dimensional media as well as working in kind of the history as it moves up the fingerboard kind of thing. It's an amazing thing to see. The other aspect is the innovations that he's brought to guitar building, the Grit Laskin port, the armrest, these kind of things are often, again, because Grit is not a guy who toots his own horn, is often something that people don't know the background. You know, they're building sound ports or they're building armrests, and they don't know who started these. And he's changed the world of guitar building, both through his engineering and conceptual work and through his inlay.